Alrighty, guys, I'm Morthadon, bringing you Steins Gate episode 13. Um, so yeah, things you might notice. I look very trashy. That's because I'm exhausted. I don't care about my hair to fix it. Look at it; it's all like awkwardly standing up in the back. You see that shit? Oh, it's ridiculous. I don't care. But yeah, so also, so I'm tired, so heads up before this reaction. I am sorry if it's any kind of bad. Um, I am exhausted, but I still want to get this episode out on time. So I'm gonna be doing it because if I don't do it now, then I have to do it when I wake up Monday morning and do all the rendering and everything, which would be really annoying. It takes a long time to render, and I like doing it overnight. But regardless, so there's that. And then also you'll notice a slight change behind me. Usually, right back there. I don't know if you can really tell. I guess you probably could if you looked at some of the other videos and compared it. But the bed is higher up now. I had my mattress on the floor before because my bed frame had the box spring underneath was really old and it finally gave out. The boards are so cheap on those things. They put like little like thin pieces of wood on there. They're like that thin. So like once they wear down like over time, plus I mean I'm a bigger dude, so you know, they just start snapping and so had to get rid of that. And I finally got a new sturdier it's an entire like stand thing, like so there's no box spring now, it's just like the whole stand thing now, which is nice. It's very sturdy and pretty comfortable. I've been sleeping pretty good, regardless of the fact that I'm saying I'm tired. But yeah. Anyway, you guys don't really care about that. I just wanted to let you know that's why it seems like stuff might be slightly different. And then since my bed is a little bit more visible, I made my bed to be more presentable for you guys. Like a normal human being. I don't know. I don't think normal people actually. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't think a lot of people actually make their beds these days. Like, why would you make your bed when you're just gonna sleep in it? But since you guys are gonna be watching this, I'll probably be trying to make my bed unless I'm feeling really lazy from now on. But yeah, so let's talk about episode 12. Um, so it was almost like a side story, but it's like it was a side story, but it wasn't a side story. But I really loved the episode. Like I think that might have been my favorite episode to date. Like after thinking about it for a bit afterwards, I loved the whole like weird loop that song went in, and I found that amazing. And what I'm assuming in the after credits is Okabe originally hearing it from Kaguri, but then she heard it from somewhere else, who heard it from somewhere else, you know, and it all just goes in one big loop. And that's what it seems like anyway. That was my interpretation of what happened there. But that was pretty cool. I really liked it. I don't really know, there's not really much else to say in the recap besides, you know, what they did, because the whole episode was pretty much centered around that, and it wasn't completely answered, but it was kind of answered enough. For Steins Gate logic, that's probably like the most we're gonna get until it brings it up for like the big reveal of like what's going on. And you're like, oh, so that's why that happened back then in that episode. But yeah, so since I'm tired and I've already done a lot of talking and all that good stuff, I think that we should just get right into the episode. So, for all of you guys that already know this, you go down into the link in the description. You're going to click the Vimeo link. You're going to go there. You're going to watch the highlights. Then you're going to come back to the video and you can watch my thoughts and feelings on it afterwards. So yeah, go down there, click the Vimeo link, and then come back here right after. So go do that right now. Oh, that episode. Wow. Well, I said at the beginning of this episode that 12 was my favorite, and now 13 is my favorite. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, I still like 12, but I am like, I don't even know. The guys need to let that sink in for a second. Alright. So, let's try to talk about this sort of from the beginning. Um, because we need to do things in order, or else I'll just get sidetracked for the entire conversation. Alright, so in the beginning, Kaguri's attitude was definitely more childish, and I guess. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Oh god. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, so her attitude was way more childlike. Now that she has her memory back, and I guess it's because what I think it is I think it was something like when she didn't have her memory, she tried to act like everyone around her, and since they're all grown-ups for the most part now, she tried to act more like them, you know? But then, because she didn't have memory, she didn't, like, know how to act, so she probably just mimicked the people around her. Um, and my theory is when she got her memories back, she remembered like being a kid, and since she didn't really get to live her childhood out, I'm guessing that's why she's a little bit like more on the like immature side, it seems like, the way she was behaving. um so I understand it, I get it, makes sense to me. That's my interpretation of it. I could be way off, but yeah. And then what else did we learn before that? So she doesn't remember. We'll get into this now. She doesn't remember holding the gun to Suzuha and like taking off by herself. She thinks that Suzuha just vanished on her and abandoned her, which is obviously way worse of a feeling for her to experience as a kid, but not what happened at all. And I'm pretty sure at the end of episode 12, in my little like post talk, I mentioned something about like manipulating memories, because the whole song thing circled around and it showed Okabe. I'm guessing that was Okabe meeting Kaguri as a kid, um, and learning the song there. But then he forgot, and I guess he just like subconsciously remembered the song even after. So what I was thinking was they like manipulated his memory so he forgot he ever saw her. Um which means he would have forgot the song too, but I'm thinking he like subconsciously like pulled that song out to like soothe Mayuri when her grandmother died, I believe. But yeah, so I had that whole theory about, you know, memory manipulation, and now like this shit. So it's very possible that I was right on a theory, which I'll be honest, guys, I don't feel like I'm good at predicting things. Like when I watch anime alone, before I started doing these reaction videos, I'd like sometimes think like, oh, maybe this will happen, and it never happens. Like usually I'm always wrong, which is great because that leaves me surprised, you know. But no, that's pretty cool. I like that. I like the whole memory manipulation thing, even though I saw it coming. If it's even this, we don't even know. Like, who knows? It might not even be that. That was just a theory they had, so nothing's confirmed yet. I'm not 100% on my theory. It still could be wrong, but I like that they talked about it, you know? That's pretty cool. But, but yeah, so I guess we'll get into the last bit, which is where, like, the big part of the episode was. So where do I even start with this? And what do I even say? Like, there was so much that happened. So Kagure has PTSD. She was getting treatments for it. She said she didn't like them because they hurt her head. I think they had some kind of memory manipulation thing going on with her. They were trying to like weed out the memories that caused her PTSD, because I guess she's like a war orphan, it seems like, and she's seen some shit essentially. So they're trying to get rid of her PTSD, so I think they're messing with her memories. The doctor, like, the way they casted him, like, only showing his mouth in the background, like, shaded, made him seem super evil, but his voice acting didn't seem too bad. Like, didn't seem like passive-aggressively evil kind of thing. So, I don't know about that or anything. I assume they were just trying to manipulate the memories, and some of them are coming flooding back. But yeah. So then I don't know. I guess what I'm thinking is they did some kind of conditioning with like something about that song. I'm wondering, and that song, and also was that like that Mozart song? The Mozart, like, Amadeus, all that like musical stuff we've heard about throughout the series. Um and on the chart it said like a Amadeus sample, which is interesting. So Amadeus is still a thing in the future, but I wonder how that all rolls into the whole like war for time travel and everything. Like, where does like the whole AI shit come in? And why is she a sample for it? I'm not sure, to be honest. Um, yeah. I cannot think of any reason. Like, I think the only, like, far-fetched idea, like I said, I'm really bad with predictions, is if she's somehow, like, a clone off of not Kaguri, Kurisu. If Kaguri is, like, a clone off of Kurisu, because she looks so much similar, but I'm pretty sure she's not her in any way. Um, and that's why there's like the whole Amadeus system. Like, maybe the AI was a first step to creating clones in the future, and the future like developed the technology more, and that's where Kaguri came from. I don't know. Uh, that's like the one crazy theory that came to my mind. Like, I wanted to throw out a theory, and that's like the only thing I could think of as to why, like, how this all could piece together. But I'm really confused why. So the song like triggered her, and she said she heard the voice of God. I don't know if that's just Looney Tune speaking, or if I don't think we're gonna get into like supernat. Like, we're all sci-fi here. Like, I don't think we're gonna get into like gods or anything. So I'm guessing it means something. Like, maybe it's referring to like the doctor or whoever kept her captive for so long. I don't know. Um, but now let's move on to that, because I had the biggest chills, and I'm getting chills just thinking about it again. Holy shit. So that old rundown hospital had signs within the last like half a year to a year that it's been used. And they found a room that just had Kaguri's writing mommy all over it. So she was trapped in that shitty small room like this whole time, like ever since she was 10 or whatever. If that's what happened, that is so fucked up and so dark. And this is gonna get brutal later down the road in future episodes. That's all I gotta say about that. Like, oh man. Yeah. Like, that gave me so many chills everywhere when that basically that whole last scene was giving me chills, but the second they opened the door and you saw like all the writing, I was like, oh my god. I was just speechless. I didn't know what to say. But but yeah, I don't really. so much happened. I think I need to like sit on it for a bit and like kind of like passively think about it, and maybe I'll come up with something for my pre-thoughts to the next video. But oh man, yeah, shit's crazy. I'm really looking forward to more episodes now. That was nutty. But yeah, guys, I guess I don't really have much else to say for predictions and what happened. Did I miss anything really? Um, I don't think I did. I think I covered most of it. There might have been a few little scenes during that ending because there was just so much there that I didn't talk about, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. We'll be back again next week for another one. And yeah, things are heating up, so things are gonna get crazy. I think it's gonna be nuts. I'm not ready, but I'm ready. All right, guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.